Good evening, everyone. On behalf of JNU Academic, I, Seethalakshmi, would like to welcome you all to today's discussion. As all of you know, JNU Academic is an independent platform of the students of JNU. As a group, we strive to enrich the graduate community by organizing talks and discussions on themes that are of social relevance. In order to organize more such events in the future, we need your monetary support. So please donate as much as you can, either through UPA or cash. We have gathered here today to discuss Dr. Suraj Milind Yengde's upcoming paper, Activism of Letters, Dalit Response to the Black Literature. Before we formally begin this discussion, let me introduce the theme and the significance of this discussion. This article is an interesting exposition of the history of disconnected relations between the Black and Dalit literature. He eloquently captures the genealogy of Dalit letter culture, which drew its inspiration from the Black literature. As he aptly puts it, the aim of the essay is to trace the history of Dalit communities' one-sided love affair for Black American literature. The admiration of the Black literature commenced as the information on slavery interested Shudras and Dalits of India. He explains how this admiration of Dalit writers and activists began with the Harlem Renaissance in the 20th century. However, the Black cultural sphere after the 1960s was oblivious to this Dalit admiration, as Dalits wrote mostly in their regional mother tongues. One of the most interesting aspects of this article is its emphasis for a multiracial, international, and cross-cultural solidarity. However, as Yangde argues, and I quote, solidarities predicated on mutual understanding and shared belief need to be substantiated with the sharing of space and facilitating active dialogue. With this note, let me formally introduce our esteemed panelist for the day. The main speaker of the day is Dr. Suraj Yengde. Dr. Yengde is one of India's leading scholars and public intellectuals who is currently a W.E.B. Du Bois Fellow at Harvard University. He is also a DPhil candidate at the Faculty of History at the University of Oxford. He has earlier worked as Senior Fellow at the Harvard Kennedy School and was part of the founding team of the Initiative for Institutional Anti-Racism and Accountability at Harvard University. His areas of interest lies in the field of caste, race, labor, and migration in the Global South and ethnicity studies. He is the author of the bestseller Caste Matters and a co-editor of the award-winning anthology with Dr. Anand Teltunde, The Radical in Ambedkar Critical Reflections. A transnational Dalit rights activist, Dr. Yengde is involved in building solidarities between Dalit, Black, Roma, Indigenous, Buraku, and refugee peoples in the Fourth World Project of Marginalized Peoples. Currently, he is involved in developing a critical theory of Dalit and Black studies. The chair cum discussant of the event is Dr. Harish Wangde. Dr. Wangde is currently working as an assistant professor at the Center for Political Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru University. He also taught political science at Delhi University's Aryabhatta College for 6 years before joining JNU. The Government of India in 2012 awarded him the prestigious Raman Postdoctoral Fellowship to study in the US. He has completed his postdoctoral research at Stanford University. Dr. Wangde's doctoral research is on secularism and social justice in India. His areas of interest include political theory, public institutions, secularism and social justice, and cinema. He has written extensively on secularism, identity politics, nationalism, Hindi cinema, and political economy in all major research journals, national magazines, newspapers, and internet media portals. Before inviting our panelists today, I'll just outline the format of today's discussion. Dr. Suraj Yengde will speak first for about 40-45 minutes. The discussant, Dr. Wangde, will then come. The discussant will get 15 to 18 minutes for their presentation, after which Dr. Yengde will respond. In the second round, we open it for the audience and take it further. Now, I'll request Dr. Suraj Yengde to come and make his presentation.